Fawn fam, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. As always, there will be timestamps listed down below so you can jump around, and if you love what you see, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and thumbs this video up. I do try to post as regularly as possible with as many new releases, so being subscribed and turning that notification bell will go a long way in ensuring that you never miss out on all the fun, new content, new releases, and everything that is the Fawn family. Now, I finally got around to using the new Amrezy ABH palette, and can I just say, this pink glitter is everything. This is just, I'm obsessed with the packaging. I mean, well, the pink glitter. Like, it's just, it's so beautiful. And the shades in this baby, I went ham, so it is definitely dug into it now, but you do get a beautiful close-up of this palette during like the swatching portion and all that, and it's just, the shades in here for the most part are amazing, and I had a lot of fun. Like, I used the shade, the shade, the shade, the shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. And they are so beautiful. The glitter shade that I have on is this one, but I had laid down a base of Cupcake, and Cupcake on its own was so beautiful. And like, I have Barb in my inner corner and under my brow bone, and a little bit on the inner corner of my lid as well. Like, so many of these shades are so gorgeous, but I do actually, for the first time ever with an ABH palette, have issue with the last 4 matte shades. And I worked with Semsa, and it's a beautiful shade, and with the brush it worked out beautifully, and the color payoff and how it just came together is so gorgeous. That's like the primary matte shade that you're seeing on my eyes, so it did work. And so, I mean, before I give you guys like the bad news, it works well with a brush, so I mean, that's good. And all the other shades are swatched beautifully too. But the last 4, honestly, I hate saying this because like I love ABH so much, and I have like every palette from ABH. But they're so dry. Like, I mean, if I was blindfolded swatching those 4 shades, I would think that it was from like before, like expired shades that are like years old, or like some really bad drugstore company. They are like sandpaper-ish. So, you know, I'm going around and I'm swatching, and then I get to these 2 mattes and they're fine. Then I touch the purple and it is so dry, and I'm like, well, purples are difficult to formulate. But then I get to the next 3 and I'm like, and you see it even in the swatches, how dry and patchy it is. And like, I wish that you guys could like put your hand through and feel them, because they're really awful. And I've never had this issue with ABH before, and I bought them from ABH directly. I didn't even like, I try to support the companies directly because I'm just so over Sephora that I buy direct from companies as much as possible. Sometimes there's no avoiding it, and I have to buy from Sephora. They have products that are just sometimes more accessible than getting it from other companies directly, or they don't even carry it. Like, I tested out some Chantecaille today, for instance, and Sephora doesn't carry Chantecaille, but this came from ABH directly, and those 4 shades are terrible to touch and swatch, but I only worked with one of them, and working with it with a brush did work out beautifully. There was a lot of fallout, but I expected that because all my ABH palettes have a ton of fallout and they brush away very easily. It was just that it makes me sad because when ABH released Subculture, I fell in love with that palette so hard when so many people like came for ABH and big influencers and they like hated on it. But that palette was so creamy and buttery, and you barely had to touch it. Like, you just took your brush and you just touched it once, and it was so coated and pigmented, and that was enough to just blend, and the formula was so good. And then they went back and changed the formula again, and to me that was like one of their best palettes of all time for formula wise, and I think the market just wasn't ready for it, and it's really sad. And the fact that these 4 shades are now not even ABH quality, I don't get it. But at least that purple did perform beautifully. And then the 2 pressed glitters are not up to par either. They're beautiful, and I used my Huda Beauty brush for applying the glitter, and I laid down a base of my ABH glitter adhesive. You guys know I am obsessed. I actually have 2 here because I started with this one. My nose is gonna run. Lost it, and then had to crack into my backup bottle, so I have like 2 on the go right now. Excuse me for 1 second. So I have no problem laying down a base of glitter adhesive before applying any kind of glitter, whether it's a loose glitter or pressed glitter. Like, I do it even for like Too Faced pressed glitter, and Huda Beauty pressed glitters are my favorite pressed glitters. And then Tati Beauty came out and her pressed glitters were really good too. I have not found a pressed glitter yet where it doesn't need an adhesive first. So let me throw that out there. There's not a single company. And these ones though are the worst ones that I've yet. Like, upon swatching it, I was like, what? Like, I expected so much more. And I think ABH has done that. Like, you know, during the swatches and all that, I'm like, maybe I amped myself up too much. Like, I had such expectations for this because, I mean, it's beautiful. Look at it, the packaging and everything. And like, I'm not an Amrezy fan because of her actions and what she's done and all that. Like, I don't stand by that. I'm not that kind of a person. That's not my crew. So I mean, I'm an ABH fan to the core. I love all ABH products. I buy everything ABH. So I was so excited for the color story of this palette and the pink sparkly packaging of this palette. And to be so let down by the 4 mattes and then the 2 pressed glitters, to be so not opaque in the swatch of the glitter and not have enough adhesive behind it. I get that it's their first time doing it, but the formula needs tweaking. Now, that being said, you can still create beautiful eye looks. Like, I love what I created today, and there were steps along the way where I could have stopped, and it was so beautiful at that point, but I still wanted to keep testing. Like the glitter, for instance, there's a point before I apply the glitter where it was so beautiful. I could have left it there and it would have been awesome. But I wanted to test the glitter and, you know, just really put all of these different formulas to the test for you guys. So I would still definitely recommend this palette if this color story is up your alley, because you can absolutely make this work and it is beautiful. You know, obviously, look at it. It's gorgeous. I just want you guys to be aware of what's going on, and that like barb shade, for instance, is so beautiful, but even getting a brush into it is difficult. So, I mean, you can see like Leo 2 is so dug into. I don't know, it's just weird. This is it's almost like the formula is different on this palette than all the other palettes. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know what happened. I'm just let down, but I love the colors so much. I wanted to let you guys know about that, obviously, ahead of time, because I'm here to just tell you guys how it is as much as it sucks. Oh, and I also tested out ABH's false lashes for the first time in the style fashion, and they are so comfortable and really beautiful. So I highly recommend ABH's lashes. So if you guys want to see swatches of the beautiful colors and then the last 4 that are super choppy, and how to get this eye look and just everything in this video, then just keep on watching. Alright, I just finished doing 2 different videos testing out so many different complexion products. Some are like brand new to the market, others I've been sitting on for a while, but like, I mean, 25 products, so many. So we are, I mean, my hair is like, I tried to wipe some of it off, but it's even orange just from how much, like, I mean, so much. And I purposely ended my foundation and bronzer here because I'm not sure what kind of top I'm gonna be wearing, so don't mind the difference in skin tone there because that is intentional. Now I am so excited to be trying out the ABH X Amrezy palette. The colors online look so beautiful, the packaging looks so beautiful. I do quickly need to say that I am not an Amrezy fan. I have seen her Snapchats and some of her YouTube, and she is just those actions and that type of person that is not my crowd and the type of people that I like to associate myself with. That being said, I love ABH to death, and I always buy everything ABH. Like whenever there's a drop, I literally own everything ABH. I have the Amrezy highlighter too, and I think it's one of the most beautiful highlighters ever. So, and I think I even have a backup. So I put my feelings aside when it comes to the collaboration because I just love the company so much that I can do that in this instance. I just want to put that out there to you guys that I don't stand for the actions that she does on social media because that's not the type of person I am. That being said, this palette does look gorgeous, and I love that ABH expanded it because they made it an 18 pan palette, I believe, this time instead of, or 16 pan instead of 14 pan. What is it? Oh my gosh. I can't even, all day I've been like fumbling my words, doing things backwards, forgetting steps. I've been testing out the new Tati Blendiful. Just so much has been going on. Okay, so let's read this. Recreate every Amrezy look you love. Well, I don't know any. So we're gonna create a Tanya look. As you know, we just go on the fly, and I often change my mind halfway through a look and we just veer in our own direction. With just one palette, from classic nudes to playful rosy tones and seductive smoky hues, from mattes and metallics to our most insanely pigmented glittery finish yet. Oh my god, that's so exciting. This limited edition palette features, okay, 16, that's what it was. So yeah, their typical is 14. They added two new, an extra column, 2 extra shades, 16 all new Amrezy shades, so you can achieve everything from go-to daytime to ultra glamorous looks. And we all know that I'm always nighttime, I'm never daytime. So this comes with the Duo Shadow Brush that is typical to ABH palettes, that is made in the People's Republic of China. It is dermatologist tested, but the palette itself, I believe, is made in the USA, and it is cruelty free. So let's get it, I just ripped it, into this bad boy. I'm so excited. Oh my god, it's so pink and glittery. This is just so me. Yep, this is so me. Like the pink, the glitter. I love this packaging so much. Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm already like having a hard time because I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. It's the typical eyeshadow brush. I never use this one. It's not bad, but I never use it. It comes with a little mirror, which, nope, I'm not going to risk my nails over. Oh, she is pretty. Okay, so I'm going to get to swatching. I'm gonna try to stay away from that. Oh, maybe we'll put that blue like on the lower lash line. I don't know, like that. This hot pink looks divine, but like that pink, this. I'm like, can you all get on my lid? Like right now, please? Alright, so I'm gonna go swatch this beautiful baby out and that matte we're working with, and I will be right back. Alright, so these shades are stunning. I have to put, like, absolutely stunning, and I already, just based on swatches, I know what I'm gonna do. So that was a really easy decision. And I don't foresee myself changing my mind, but I could. It's possible. But oh my gosh, there are other looks that I could play with and definitely utilize this palette for, obviously. But I swatched and I'm like, oh my god, okay, this is going here, this is gonna da 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 da. So I was like, upon swatching, I already created my eye look in my head. But I do want to show you guys a close-up of like just how sparkly and beautiful this is. Like, just, I'm so happy that ABH stepped out of their comfort zone of always using the velvet, and they've been doing like this sparkle. It is so pretty. Look how beautiful. So my idea is to likely pop this in the inner corner for a nice like bam effect. Lay this over my lid, then put this over top of the lid, fluff this into the crease as well as this into the crease, this on my lower lash line, and go from there. But that's like the generalized idea, because This has so much purple, golden, beautiful reflect in it. And this is such a beautiful light lilac metallic that I think would be such a great base for this glitter shade. So there are two pressed glitters, which are these two, and I will be using the ABH liquid adhesive for applying this for extra strength, because the two pressed glitters don't feel like there's nearly enough adhesive in it. I think that there would be a mess over a couple of hours on your face, like glitter would start to fall out. But the ABH liquid adhesive, you guys know I have loved since it launched. Like, that's the only glitter adhesive I use now. So I have no problem doing that, and I would do it with any brand. I always do for extra security anyway. So the first shade you can't see really on my skin tone, but it's called Wasted. Not a fan of the shade name. It's not really classy, but it's Amrezy's lane, so not shocked. Then we have Barb. I think this is so pretty and ethereal and just beautiful. And then Liddy. I love this pressed glitter. It is gorgeous. Cupcake, absolutely stunning. Dragon, nice deep like aged gold type of a gold. Leo, I love this blue. She is stunning. Gemini, again, there's not really enough adhesive and there's not really enough glitter to it either. So I feel like you definitely need any type of a glitter base, and you might have to build it. I am a little bit concerned that my face is done with the way the texture of the glitters feel, but if I have glitter on my face at the end, I have glitter on my face at the end. And then finishing up the first row is Georgina, just a nice metallic chocolate. Then Reezy, I love this hot pink metallic. She is stunning. Anastasia, this is such a gorgeous rose gold metallic pink. So beautiful. And then the mattes. I didn't have a problem swatching it's with New Yorker, but the way New Yorkers sometimes have an accent, it's spelled out that way. I'm not even going to take an attempt at it. And OG. But I am shocked. The last four shades are dry AF. Like, I don't think I've ever swatched an ABH palette and have them been so dry. You can even see the way the swatches are, that they are just dry. And when I put my finger in it, I was like, is this like a little bit of sandpaper? Like, I'm so shocked. I've never had this problem with ABH before. So I'm absolutely going to be working with this shade, probably tight lining my waterline with, you know, this one or the black, maybe a chocolate. Like, I'm still going to use 2 out of the 4 shades no matter what. But just so you guys are aware, all those 4 last ones are super dry, and the 2 pressed glitters are probably the worst pressed glitter formula I have tested to date. I hate saying that, but I'm just being truthful. I keep it real with you guys. They are beautiful, but maybe I overhyped myself for this palette, but that doesn't negate the fact that the last 4 are just dry. So yeah, I am going to zoom you guys in and we're gonna get going on a look. All right, taking my Karity E31, I'm gonna go into Wasted. and just lay down a bit of a, that one's really powdery, base. I'm even thinking about the Subculture palette and how amazing that one was, and pigmented and buttery and smooth, and just, I don't get how these 4 shades are just so dry. I just quickly did my waterline and tightline using my Lancôme Drama Liqui-Pencil in Noir Intense. And before we move on to eyeshadows, I want to take my Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in Blew Me Away. A little chunky. I bought the Huda Beauty Eyes Fender Bender, so it's the duo with the glitter side, and then the other side is like a silicone type of side. And I just tested out the silicone on my right eye, which you guys don't usually see me work on the right eye. And look at how I took the blue, Leo, and it intensified on top of that eyeliner so nicely. So I just dipped into it lightly because like it really does crumble, and then just pushed it right up here. And of all of her double-ended brushes, I think this is the only one that's like super worthwhile. Like, but like this one is like really worthwhile. The other ones are still great, but this one is like a must-have. That's so beautiful. This applicator made that so effortless. Alright, so going back with my Karity E31, I think I'm going to take Reezy and just really fluff that. I know it's a metallic, but you do you. It's makeup, it's fun. Now taking my Scott Barnes number 63 brush, we're going to stick with Reezy and get that nice and smoky beneath the lower lash line. And if it turns a little purpley like that, as it does when pink meets blue, that is no big deal. I know that this is like early to do it, but I'm just dying to. So taking my Wayne Goss number 20 brush, I'm gonna go into Barb and put that in the inner corner. I just can't handle it. It's like, it's staring at me and taunting me. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Yes. I'm sure I'm gonna have to touch that up, but like I couldn't. Okay. Taking my Zoeva Spice of Life number 228 crease, Luxe crease, I'm gonna go into Semsa. Oh, I never even finished reading you guys the names. So the four that are extremely dry, like sandpaper dry, are Semsa, 1988, BK, and Yugo. As you can see, my camera just fell, so the hubby just came to save the day. So now going back in with Semsa, well, not going back in, I didn't start, going into Semsa. Oh my gosh, we're just gonna go into the crease, okay? I'm pulling the Barb shade all into my crease now because I was a little toddler and couldn't wait to put the sparkle in. I just realized that Semsa may not have performed quite as nicely as it did with that metallic shade laid down first. Now, that was obviously not my intention during the tutorial. I just wanted that beautiful hot pink shade for my first transition. And Semsa was that very choppy, sandpaper, patchy shade. And laying that down over top of such a creamy metallic definitely gave it a very nice boost. So had I gone in with that shade on its own, I think it would not have had such a beautiful payoff. I don't know, because here I am now editing it, not using it on its own, but just something for you guys to be aware of. You'll see coming up that the intensity just is not the same on my lower lash line, where there is no metallic shade laid down like there is in my crease up above. So I think I am correct in that it just won't perform as nicely, which is such a shame because Semsa is so beautiful. Now I'm going to take my ESUM T37. Same color, Semsa. Now going back in with my Scott Barnes number 63 brush, sticking with Semsa, we're going to smoke that beneath the lower lash line. Now taking this Shiseido brush, it does not have a number, it's just for wing liner. I'm gonna go back into Leo, our blue. Taking the P. Louise base in Vivid Violet and a P. Louise brush. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. Now taking a MAC 242, I'm going to take Cupcake, and then I'm going to take a the ABH glitter adhesive, and then I'm going to take Liddy. Alright, taking my MAC 242, I'm going to go into the shade Barb and add that onto the glitter on the inner corner, so that way when it's in the inner corner it's also going to come up into here. I should have fixed plus that. It was also so beautiful just laying down Cupcake over top of that P. Louise base. Like, I didn't even need to go crazy with the glitter, but you know, I had to play with the glitter. Okay, now I'm gonna take the ABH glitter adhesive on, oh, she's hard. There we go. On this Luxie 245 brush. Paint it on the tip of the brush. Get it right down here. And then taking the Huda Beauty now I think we're safe to go back in with the Wing Goss number 20 and Barb and put that in the inner corners. You know what? We're gonna do the brow bone with it too. Now I'm gonna take this Luxie 121, go back into Semsa, and just make sure that this is all married. Now I have kind of stayed on course, but I have veered away off of my course from what I had envisioned, and I really like it. All right, taking the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter eyeliner in Starfire. I'm gonna pop this in the crease. Then I'm going to take the Too Faced GlitterPOP Peel Off Eyeliner in I'm Half Mermaid. Alright, I think I'm done playing. I feel like I still wanted to possibly bring in like the Urban Decay glitter as a secondary wing, but I think I want to leave it as is. So I'm just going to pop some black eyeliner on, mascara, and lashes, and I will be right back. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that this kind of helped you guys. I mean, I know it's like probably made it worse because it's like more, you're probably more torn because people like, there's probably a lot of you guys like me who are so drawn into this color story, but then at the same time you're like, it's a lot of money for something that's not amazing in quality, but you can make it work and get a really beautiful, get really beautiful looks out of it. So hopefully I helped you somehow. So that is it for this video, and until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye guys.